But I wanted to jump on today and talk a little bit about our focus this week, which is going to be on mindfulness and mindful eating. One of the most critical components to changing your relationship with food and really taking control over your relationship with food. So I want to talk a little bit about what that is real quick, just for anyone who's unfamiliar, and then kind of introduce the first step in the mindful eating process. Hi, Erin. Thanks for joining. So talking about mindfulness. So when we talk about mindful eating, what that really means is awareness and connection to our eating, really kind of connecting our brain to what we're doing when we're putting food into our mouth. And for a good majority of us, eating is relatively mindless. It's something that we're not connected to. It's something that we don't really experience. We shovel food in while we're doing other things. You know, we don't really taste and appreciate our food. We don't feel connected to it. And we don't really take the time to have that experience of eating. And so we lose our connection to our food. And what happens when you engage in mindful eating is you reestablish that connection with food. You reestablish that actual enjoyment of eating. And, you know, you get to have that real experience, which takes a lot of the power away from food because you are more connected to it. You are more connected to your body and the process of eating. And so I want to help you all establish that because I do think it's such an important part of any healthy weight management program. And most of us just don't have mindful eating skills intuitively. We're not taught them growing up. We're not taught to create that real connection with food. And so it completely disconnects. And so I want to help you guys reconnect that and build that. So the first step in that process is what I call screen-free eating. And let me talk about what that means. So screens, right? All of you, if you're watching this video, are looking at a screen right now. So a screen can be your computer, it can be your phone, it can be your tablet, it can be your television, right? But if I were looking at all of you now and asked you, how many of you have a meal without a screen in front of you? I'm pretty sure nobody would raise their hand because most of us have our lunch at our desk in front of a computer. We have our dinner in front of a TV or a tablet. We have breakfast with our phone in our hand while we're checking what's going on with emails or news or whatever it may be. And most of us don't eat without a screen in front of us. And the problem with that is that those screens are distractions. Those screens are what we focus on instead of focusing on our food. And what I want you to focus on is your food. I want you to have that experience of eating and really connecting with how you're eating, what that experience feels like. And having a screen in front of you is a good way to distract yourself from that. When we eat in front of the TV, we usually are completely disconnected from what we eat. We don't even realize half the time what we ate, how much we ate. We just don't have that experience. You don't get to taste, savor, appreciate your food when you're distracted by a screen. So screen-free eating is the first step in developing mindful eating skills. And given that, my challenge to you today is to have a screen-free meal. Not to never have a screen in front of you for the rest of your eating experiences, but simply to have a screen-free meal. And hopefully that can be dinner tonight. So if you're going home, planning dinner, simply plan to eat at a table. And if you're eating with somebody else, have some conversation while you're eating. Enjoy that experience. If you're eating by yourself, maybe you can put on some simple light music, something slow, something, calming, not something too intense or upbeat. But, just enjoy your meal. Slowly savor it, appreciate it without any screens. The only thing that you're focused on is your meal or the person that you're having that meal with. So that is my challenge to you. Hopefully you're up for the task. And we'll see how it goes.